Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Candy Crush. Alright, we're going to get into our next episode. It's going to start being 15 levels for the episodes. That's good. So maybe we'll start getting into these episodio races. That gives us some gold bars. Not sure exactly when they start that. But we'll find out, because the first one's always a little warm-up and then they start the race on the second one. So if it happens, it's going to happen after I finish this one. Alright, so we're going to be going to, 35? I think that's what it is, 15. Alright, so let's jump in here, level 21. We got some boosters now, but we got to save them. We got to release the springs. Okay, so please give me a like and a subscribe if you like this content. Help out a new YouTuber. Okay, so springs, how it works. Get a master candy, it's going to bring them down to the bottom. That's basically what you got to do. Look for the arrows, and we're going to bring them down to the... Don't worry, we guarantee a soft landing. Alright, so we gotta release the springs. 15 moves to bring down 3. We can do 1 right now just by doing that. So we just took care of 1 right there. So now we gotta bring these bad boys down here. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'm looking for more of a just 1. That's all they give me, but here we go. That's gonna be another one there. Here we go. So this fish here is gonna help me on one of these at least, and then I got this fish here. So here we go. So you gotta be a little careful on that one because there are only 7 moves left. I know that's probably still quite a bit, but those things can sneak up, but these little easy levels can sneak up on you. Next thing you know, you turned it into a hard. Alright, so level 21 is 1 and done. Alrighty, so are we going to get an episode race? Nope, I don't see it. So they haven't started that yet. Alright, so we got 2 boosts. We got to unlock this one at 64, so we got ways to go. Alright, so we got to release the springs one more time. Alright, 25 moves to get 3, so we got 1 we have to get down here, 1 down the middle, and 1 down here. So by working on the middle, I feel that this outsides are going to happen pretty much automatically with the cascade. So let's go ahead and get this one here. I want to get the bottom one here. Here we go. So we got a little cascade action going on. Alright. Get the fish. So let's explode that. Get the fishy going. Alright. So that's a good one right there. Let's go ahead and do that. Surprised. Now, do I want... Okay, now if I do that, yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. It's going to undo the top there. And nothing. Unbelievable. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to bring him down. So we get 17 moves left. Let's bring him down. So we got him down to 1 more. So any type of... fish is going to help out there. So let's go ahead and no help there. There we go. That's going to help. Alright, so we have to... I'm trying to find another way of making a fish, and I'm not having any luck with that. Okay, let's bring him over. Alright, let's do that. So we got 1 down. We got 8 more moves, and we got a fish right there. So that took care of that. Okay, so we're not starting any episode races yet, so I'm not sure exactly when. Hopefully they start sometime soon. We have no events starting yet either, so... And once they do, I'll be playing quite a bit of levels to try to finish these events, make it a little more fun for me. Alright, so no, this is where the events would be. So Let's jump into level 23. All right, release the sprinks. Let's do it. When they put out a new one, they like to bash it at you. I'll tell you what. So we got 5 sprinks, 25 moves. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get rid of this one right now. So let's go ahead and do that. So he's gone. All right. Let's go ahead and do that. I need to get. There we go. That's what I want right there. So he's taken care of. Now we got that one right there, and we got this one. So we're gonna go ahead and just take them. We don't even have to get rid of all the. Here we go. Oh, see that one? Oh, there we go. Got lucky there. Bring that one down. Alright, so those ones are pretty easy so far. Okay, level 15, 1 and done. Alright, we should let me click out of here. Okay, so let's jump in here to level 24. Select all the boosters. Let's play it. Alright, so we got 25 moves to deal with 20 bubblegum pops and 86 frosting blockers and 40 of the red jelly beans. Alright, so let's see. Definitely want to work in the middle here and let the cascade help with the outside. So that's always pretty much my strategy. Work on the bottom here. Alright, so give me a killer bomb. There we go. Okay, would like to see a special piece to help me here, but I don't see that happening. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring that over. That's going to help. Get that right side done there. Now the question is, okay, let's go ahead and bring that down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that because maybe, of course, I should have expected that. That was a good plan. That was followed by Candy Crush. Thank you, Candy Crush. We're happy. Alright, so let's go ahead. Oh, look at that cascade action going right there. That's absolutely fantastic. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and see if we can finish it off down here. We did, so I always love the combos. Alright, so level 10 now in the books. Oh my God, it takes forever. Most games let you click and get out of it, but not this one. Alright, so level 25 is jump in here. Release the sprinks. Okay, let's do that sprinks thing again. Alright, so we have 2 sprinks and 41 frosting blockers with 25 moves. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can do that. Alright, so we don't have much help here, that's for sure. Nah. Of all places, a place where no help could be done. Alright. You will not give me anything at all to help me with anything. Unbelievable. Alright. Let's do that. So we have 12 moves. I definitely don't like the way this is coming out. I gotta get down here. We're not getting no help from Candy Crush here, so that's a little. Okay, we got one more. We got to get over here. Let's get this fishy. Hopefully, right there. And it did not. What a worthless place to put that. Okay, there we go. Now we still have 8 moves. That should do it. Okay, we got a little lucky at the end there. Oh, I still got to get a frost and blocker. Never mind. We're gonna do that right there. All right, so that one definitely can definitely sneak up on you if you don't pay attention at the beginning. And I think that was probably their design to do that. Okay, again, I can't click out of here, so there we go. 25, one and done. Let's jump in here to level 26 and see what this has to offer. Clear all the jelly. Alright, so we don't have many. Okay, we do. So this is probably going to be a good move to do that. Let's go ahead and get the blues done. Now we're going to have to rely on a couple of these color bombs to help us out here with the orange. So let's go ahead and bring that down. There we go. Green's going to help over there. I want the orange. There we go. Oh wow, if I can get that red one out of the way, that would be nice. There we go. That is awesome. Alright, so I took care of the hard corners here, so the corners are done. Be nice if I could have got a stripe there, but it did not happen. Alright, let's bring that one over. There we go. Well, I'm not gonna get any luck there, so let's go ahead and knock out those two. Alright, oh, we got one more still. Where's it at? Right down there. There we go. So they used to give scores and everything else. They kind of got away from that, I guess. Alright, so 27, let's jump in. Release the Sprinks. Alright, we got the Sprinks here. 23 moves to deal with 22 Sprinks. Okay, so our main goal is to get these down here. That one there is probably going to be the hardest because it's got to hit a couple times. Alright, so we have to get in here. So that means we have to utilize these candy stripes a little better than we have been here in the past. So let's go ahead and get a. There we go. That's what I needed. Let's get that, and nothing came out of there. Huh? Okay, so I took care of the middle one. Okay, so we're gonna take care of that one. That, oh, you gotta be kidding me. That was bad. Yeah, it was. Let's get the orange. Okay. Alright, take care of that. Yeah, we made one bad move there. I went to that orange. I should have got the purple. Probably extended that by a turn or two. Okay. 27 is one and done. So when are we going to unlock these? Okay, it's not going to let me. Probably not for a while. Alright, so 28. Let's do it. Clear all the jelly. Alright, so we have 30 moves, which is plenty of moves, it looks like. Now we got some deep frost and blockers here. So we get 86 jelly and 64 of the frost and blockers. So let's go ahead. Let's see if we can get this. That was bad. That was just a bad move. Candy Crush didn't help me out at all on that one. There we go. That was pretty good though. Made up for it. Alright. Alright, so we need to get in here right now. So that's a good one right there. Alright, that's a good one. So we get 21 moves left. There we go. That's going to help there. I need to get in there. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring that down. That's a good one right there, so let's go ahead and do that. No, you gotta be kidding me. This game, I'm telling you. So we've still got 12 moves. Alright, so we got a there we go. That's what I was trying to do with that one thing, but it didn't help. Alright, so now let's find a fish. We gotta find a fishy. Alright, took care of that. Level 28's done and in the books. Come on. So let's go ahead and get this 29 done. Alright, so it looks like we have, I believe that's honey. It's all embedded in the honey there. It's either honey or molasses. I'm going to go with honey. If anybody knows for sure, let me know. Alright, jelly 38. We have 20 moves. And I don't see much options here except for this right here. So let's go ahead and do that. Bring that down. Now we want to get this bottom going here so we can get a little cascade action going. Open up all the jelly or all the honey here. Okay. So now we got this side action over here. And that one's done. Goodbye. Alright, so that one's done. Let's go ahead and jump into our next level 30. So we got a few more to do here. Alright, so we got 20 moves to deal with 25 of the frost and blockers and 25 bubblegum pops. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring that down. Open those up a little bit. Alright. So now we have them all open here. Now we have to get them to blow up. Get them to pop. There we go. Nice little cascade action there. There we go. Nice, nice. Go ahead and do that. Okay, that worked out well. See, what makes that a hard level, if they would, instead of 20, let's say, they would probably bring it down to, say, 17. That would be hard. 18 or 16 would be super hard. You see how that works? They just take off turns and make it harder for you. Alright, release the springs. Alright, let's get on with these bad boys here. Alright, we're trapped in some honey. We get 20 moves to deal with 14. And I don't see anything down here to help me, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay. Alright. So let's go ahead and go up. So we're going to get that one out of there. Alright. See, once we get them out of the honey, then they're gonna pretty much go away on their own there. So okay. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. Too bad I didn't get to use it though. Alright, so we got 10 moves. That's going to pretty much finish it right there. Alrighty. So 31 is now in the books. Let's sit here and wait for this whole thing to keep going down. Yep. Okay, you done? I mean, this would be good if I was going for a color or something, but I'm not. For the chocolate box. Alright, 32. Let's jump in. Release the sprinks. But they got a lot of the sprinks going on here. Alright, so we have 29 moves to deal with 2. Okay, so obviously we have to get down here. If we can find ourselves a candy stripe to help us with that, this will work out just fine. So there's one done already. That one is done already. Okay, so alright, so if I can just get a fish over here, that'd be nice. I think we're going to do it right there. Oh, why did they go with this? See, they had some obstacles out there, so they said, you know what, I don't feel like helping you today. Okay, so thank you for not helping me today. And the thing is, I can't bring that over. But we can do that, though. There we go. Taken care of. Alrighty. Starting to get into my time now. Alright. Level 33. Got a couple more after this. Got to clear all these jelly. 28 moves to deal with 116 jelly. So let's go ahead and open up the color bomb. And this orange looks pretty good so far. We got a lot of orange. And we got a lot of... I'm going to go with the orange. We got a lot of orange out there. So let's go ahead and do the orange. Let's see if we can open them up. We have 26 moves to get all the 27 moves. So let's go ahead. Here we go. Yeah, I think we can do that. There we go. Let's take the bottom corners down, so that's not a problem no more. Oh. Stop it right there. There we go. Let's get the purple out of here. Now we got to deal with the old orange. Okay, we got 3 more. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to finish it off with the old stripe color bomb combo. Alright, did that with 17 moves left. When you get to the legendary levels, that'd probably be 7 moves to complete that. Alright. Alright, a couple more levels and we're out of here. So level 34. Release the sprinks and collect all the orders. Alright. And every day we should be getting that treat wheel too, so when that starts up. Alright, so we have 29 moves to deal with 12 sprinks and 58 frosting blockers. Alright, so we have to get them out of the honey, so let's go ahead and start working on that. That's a good one right there. There we go. You can kiss those ones goodbye. Alright, let's do that. That was a bad move on my part, so. It sure was. Let's go ahead and open up these here. There we go. We'll open up that one. So we still got 17 moves, so I'm not really worried about anything. They're gone. Now we just got to get. Oh, where's the last one? Oh, right there, of course. Okay, so we are going to get the orange. That'll finish that last one. Okay, 13 moves left. Alright. I'm not going to understand if we were going for a score, if we had to get an event that needed a certain amount. Alright, so booster unlocked. Congratulations, you have unlocked a new booster. So that's the fishy. Alright, so last level, 35 in the episode. Alright, so now we have all three unlocked. Now we just got it. Well, there'll be another one. There'll be the donut. I think, yeah, the donut. I don't know if there's anything else after that. It's been a while. And we just got to keep adding them up and keep saving them. Alright. So we have 30 moves to deal with 117 of the jelly, 84 frost and blockers, and 17 bubblegum pops. I'm going to try to get down here as fast as possible, because once I open this, it's going to set up that chain reaction right here and open up this middle so we can get something accomplished here. So okay, that's pretty good. Now we're going to get a lot of cascade action going on. There we go, we'll do that. Now we're going to get the double explosion here with those candy wrappers. We'll do that. Okay. I'm trying to find something up there, so I guess we'll go with the fishy here. That didn't help much. Alrighty. So we got a couple over here, so let's go ahead and get this over here. And then we're going to bring that up. Goodbye. Have a nice day. 35 is done. Alright, anytime. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the episode here. So once they start getting some tournaments going and some events, it'll get a little more interesting. Alright, so let's see. We're going to jump over here to level 36. Okay. So it looks like we got an event start. I think that's some type of event. Who knows? But we have to collect them all in a certain amount of time. So that means we have to finish all these. Oh no, a blizzard has frozen jelly queen, Mr. Toffee, and Nutcracker. Tap to continue. Alright, so how it works. Experiment snowstorm. How a blizzard has started 60 levels away. Beat frozen levels to rescue characters. Okay, those are the characters at the end of the episode. Save the day and get a sweet reward. Okay, so that's what you get on those. Got it. But what I want is the episodes. Okay, so once we get here, and normally this is a legendary level. Whether it's going to be legendary now, I don't know. But once we get here, then we'll get that. We have 11 days to get all that done. So I feel confident we'll get that event done. So let's go ahead and click in here. So we have to get this done. I probably won't do it today, but we have 11 days to do it, so I'll probably knock out all 60 of those tomorrow. That's the good thing about doing the episode. That's only 4 videos for me, so instead of doing 60 videos, you know what I'm saying? Alrighty, so that takes care of that, and hopefully we'll start getting those free spins and stuff to get boosters. Alright, y'all have a great day.